WWE Hell in a Cell 2014, I feel like this show is going to be a mixed bag when it comes down to members inside the IWC, no doubt about it. I feel like there's going to be certain things a lot of members in the IWC will agree with, and then there's going to be certain things a lot of the members in the IWC don't agree with. For me personally, I just want to say this to anyone who watches any other IWC members' Hell in a Cell reviews. Understand, people, that we are allowed to have opinions on here in the IWC, just like we're allowed to have opinions in sports, news, politics, whatever. We're allowed to have opinions on here. And just because someone has a certain opinion about something doesn't make that individual stupid. It just means that you don't agree with their opinion, which is fine. If you don't agree with my opinion, I'm not going to be mad about it. It's your right not to agree with it. You know, one guy that I always debate on here with YouTube is Ecstasy69. I may not agree with a lot of this stuff Ecstasy says when he comments on my videos, but I respect his opinions. I really do. Sometimes I think he likes to pull out arguments just for the sake of arguing. But really, to be honest, I do respect his opinion at the end of the day. And I'm pretty sure Ecstasy69 respects mine. I don't know if he does or does not, but I'm pretty sure he respects mine because otherwise he wouldn't be watching my YouTube videos. He would have stopped watching me a long time ago. I'm just saying, if there is something you don't like that I say on this review, just understand it's my opinion. I have the right to fucking say it. I have the right to voice how I feel what I am watching. That's just when it comes down to it. I feel sometimes in the IWC and in the YWC, it just feels like no one can have an opinion. We all have to follow the same boat. We all have to fucking think the same way and have the same thoughts about a certain situation, which I disagree with. I feel like in the IWC and YWC, we're allowed to bitch. We're allowed to moan. We are allowed to voice our thoughts and our reasons because it's something fun and enjoyable we like to do. That's just me. Anyways, I rambled on enough. Let's get on to the WWE Hell in a Cell 2014 review. WWE Hell in a Cell kicked off with the 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental Championship between Dolph Ziggler and Cesaro. And really, to be honest, this was a good match. I just hated how Cesaro was being used in this match. I just felt like, really? All that offense and they couldn't even get one pinfall for him? Dolph Ziggler clean swept Cesaro. I was like, really? Not even one pinfall. I mean, it was a good match, but it's like, come on, at least just give Cesaro one pinfall. I felt that he should have gotten a pinfall after he hit that sick cradle suplex off the top rope. I said, damn, dude, if that doesn't give him a pinfall, I don't know what will. And afterwards, when Ziggler kicked out, I was like, fuck. Ziggler's actually going to sweep this guy. And that kind of pissed me off a little bit. I can see where some people are saying, well, it told a good story because, you know, it shows that Dolph Ziggler is a Brazilian IC champion, which I agree with, but it's just like, you know, Cesaro was hitting him with a lot of his major power moves. Those are a lot of big-time power moves by Cesaro that he uses in his repertoire, and you kind of make it seem like Cesaro's power moves are a little bit too weak, that they can't even finish a very, very beaten down Dolph Ziggler. That's just me. That's just how I looked at it. Nonetheless, it was still a good match. You know, like I said, no matter who won, they're losers in the end because the IC title doesn't really mean anything. But at least they're trying to stay consistent with Dolph Ziggler as the IC champion. So let's see what they do next with Dolph. The Nikki versus Brie match went on second at Hell in a Cell. I was so surprised. Like, you know, the time slot that they've been getting on Monday Night Raw being in the 3rd hour. I said, damn, this is going to go on later in the show. But it went on second. I was so fucking surprised. And really, to be honest, I was surprised how good this match was. This was actually a good match between these two girls. They were so vicious with a lot of the shots that they were throwing in this match. I personally like this match a whole lot more than Paige and AJ Lee, which I will get to later in the night. But this was a good match between these two girls, and the right person went over in Nikki Bella. Now, I will say this. I felt Nikki looked too dominant in the first match in the feud of her win. And what I'm saying is, in a feud, because we know they're probably going to get 1 or 2 or maybe 3 matches out of these girls, right? You don't want it where the heel looks too dominant in the first win. That's just what I'm saying. I felt they should have done a more heelish route with Nikki. I felt the right ending would have been, you know, an eye poke where Brie gets blinded and then the forearm sharp. Nikki goes for the quick pin, 1, 2, 3. Nikki wins the match. And it's like, oh man, Brie, she was so close to beating her sister and then that eye poke cost her the match. You know, could have told a little bit better of a story. I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it a little bit, but I just felt it could have told a better story if you ended it in a more cheapish way instead of making Nikki look way too strong, that when we see these two girls face off again, it's kind of like, you know, well, Nikki clearly beat her. what makes me believe that Brie can beat her again? You know, that type of deal. I wish they could have went down a more heelish route. But in all honesty, it was a good match. The one thing that won't be good are those backstage segments, because we got one at Hell in a Cell. Oh my God. Yeah. This personal assistant thing, I can't wait till 30 days are over, because I don't think this will turn out well or be good TV. The tag team title match just felt like it was kind of there. It was just there to, you know, calm the crowd down a little bit. I mean, they did some good stuff. You know, the opening segments felt like their Night of Champions match. But near the end, I actually liked this ending more than the Night of Champions match ending. I felt this ending was a lot more fun to watch and a lot more entertaining and high-paced action between these two teams. So I did like the ending to this match. Golden Stardust win. Okay. I don't care. What's next? Are they going to feud with the Los Matadores? Who knows? Fuck Cena versus Orton. Seriously, fuck this match. Like, why? Why did you have to end it with that Super AA bullshit? Why do you have to make Randy Orton look like a chump? Like, seriously, man. That's what pisses me off. Like, they made Randy Orton look like a chump at the end of that fucking match. And it's like, where do I even begin with Cena and Orton? Oh yeah, let's start with that stupid video package. John Cena and Randy Orton's rivalry is so fucking great it compares to Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. Freaking Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning and all these other wrestling rivalries. They tried to make John Cena and Randy Orton this great fucking rivalry match. This is a huge rivalry match that we should be into, and no one gave a shit about it. No one. The crowd certainly didn't care. Yeah, you would get that RKO faint chance, or the Let's Go Cena Sucks faint chance, but we didn't get anything else. I mean, if the crowd really cared about this, this match would have been hot the whole fucking time. It wasn't. No one gave a shit about it. You know, fucking, it's like Schleg Daddy said it best on his Twitter, like, you know this match is fucking bad when the fans themselves don't even want to poon on how bad it is. It was just like a normal Cena-Orton match. If you've seen one Cena-Orton match, you've seen them all. I was calling the spots. I was all like, oh, Orton's going to miss the punt, and then Cena's going to trip him up with STF. Oh, look at what happened. Cena did that. And then that ending spot, I saw that clear as day. Once I saw Randy Orton put John Cena on, like, when Cena was setting up that damn table, I said, no, don't do this, WWE. Do not fucking do this. Do not have it where Cena Super AA's Orton. And they fucking did. Why does Randy Orton have to look like a chump? Like, WWE, do you not realize? Right now, Randy Orton's hot because of these RKO out of nowhere vines. He actually has something going for him at this moment of fucking time. People actually want to see Randy Orton in a big blockbuster pay-per-view match. When is it that you have it where the IWC is actually clamoring to see Randy Orton in a big pay-per-view blockbuster match? This is a rare occurrence that rarely happens, and you don't seize the opportunity to give Randy Orton this spot. You give it to John Cena again so we can get Cena versus Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Who cares? We all know what this is going to lead to. Either Lesnar wins in some cheap fashion way because Rusev distracts Cena at the Rumble, or Cena wins the WWE Championship so that way WWE can have John Cena walk in as champion at WrestleMania. We all know how this is fucking ending. Seriously, fuck off. Just so pissed off by that ending. That's Super AA, man. That's like the kiss of death, man. That's like a kiss of death for anyone who has any momentum in the WWE. Look at Bobby Lashley. When he got Super AA at the Great American Bash, what happened to him after that? He went nowhere. Look at The Miz. When he was a heel, when he got Super AA at Extreme Rules, what happened to him afterwards? All his heel heat, all his heel momentum went the fuck down. I'm so pissed off by that Super AA. I'm never going to watch this match again. Never. I hope Cena and Randy Orton never wrestle again. And I don't care if it's on Monday Night Raw or anything. I hope these two never wrestle a match one-on-one with each other ever again. I've seen enough of this match. I am done with it. Just get on to the Royal Rumble with this John Cena bullshit. Just get on with it. Sheamus and Miz had a United States title match that belonged on Monday Night Raw. That's just the truth. The best part of this match was, oh, what a surprise, Damien Mizdow. Mizdow was fucking money tonight, dog. This dude was hilarious, especially the post-match stuff. Oh my god, man. If this does not lead to a Mizdow versus Miz match at WrestleMania, I'll be seriously so disappointed. But they should have gone creative with this. They should have had somehow, some way Mizdow walk out as United States champion. But instead, they decided to do bro kick out of nowhere. Sheamus is still a boring babyface that no one cares about. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Rusev versus Big Show was actually a solid big man match between these guys. I'm glad that the WWE didn't try to get too fancy in this situation with Mark Henry turning heel, because a lot of people thought, watching that backstage segment earlier in the night where Mark Henry was pumping up the Big Show, and then when Mark Henry came out during the match, said, oh, fuck. Here comes a heel turn from either Mark Henry or the Big Show. No one wants to see this, WWE, and especially where Mark Henry destroyed Bo Dallas. And just saying, for my Raw review tomorrow night, Chase Bolivar has a message for Mark Henry. He is very upset at Mark Henry. So Raw review tomorrow night, for all you guys who love my alter ego Chase Bolivar, he has a message for the supposed world's strongest man. But, you know, I just really thought that they were going to try to be cute and fancy and turn Mark Henry heel in this situation. But no, they made Rusev look like a beast. Rusev gets the win over Big Show after the accolade. I mean, it was kind of unclear how Big Show lost because they didn't show his hand tapping. I guess he just passed out. But hell, they made Rusev look like a beast. I can't complain what they did here with Rusev and Big Show tonight. Well done, WWE. Paige and AJ Lee, they're like the biggest mystery in the WWE. I mean, here are two girls that could actually work in the Divas division, can put on really, really good matches. I mean, we've seen it with AJ Lee, where she's put on really good matches with Caitlyn, you know, Natalia, Brie Bella, and the list can go on. And same with Paige. We see some good matches with her and Naomi, Emma, and Natalia. So you would think, if you got these two women in the ring, they could put on a really good match. But it's just like, I haven't seen a great match between AJ Lee and Paige, or even a good match. All their encounters to me have just been solid to decent. That's just me. I was just like, man, this was just a decent match. I felt disappointed in this match, and I hated the ending to this match. Really? We're going to spin off a Paige and Alicia Fox feud for Total Divas purposes? Oh, who cares? And it just shows that the Total Divas rule, I guess, does exist. Get used to it, boys. AJ Lee is going to be skipping around with that Divas title for another 245 days. It's time for the main event, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. And this was a main event I was super excited for. I was so happy when I saw that it was last on the card. I was saying to myself, man, I haven't been this excited for a main event in a long time. So I sat down in my recliner next to this desk, and I was just on the edge of my seat saying, I can't wait for this shit to go down. And really, to be honest, I felt the match started off right. You have Dean Ambrose coming to the ring, just throwing all this junk in the ring, saying, you know what, screw fire in the ring. I'm going on top of the cell. I'm telling Seth, come here, you little bitch. And then out comes Seth Rollins. And really, to be honest, Jamie Noble, Joey Mercury stuff, I could have left out with. You know, you could have gotten rid of those two. I didn't feel like they needed to be forced into the fucking match. But it was just like, you know, when Seth and Dean finally started to brawl on top of the cell, you heard that crowd react really loud. They should have fed off that. They should have said, screw Jamie Noble, screw Joey Mercury, have them roll down the cage or do something else, and have it where Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins just beat the living crap out of each other. I actually felt it would have helped a lot more, especially because of the spot that they did, that high-end spot that I talked about that they should have in this match. You know, it would have felt more organic and would have felt more planned if these two were just brawling it out in the beginning. That's just me. Because when they did their table spot, now it was a 6 spot, and we will never see this in the WWE again probably. It was a 6 spot between those two. I will not deny it. I just felt it was very planned. It just felt so fake. It was like you knew what was going to happen. The way the camera was set up, the way the two were set up on the cell. Now imagine if those two were just legit brawling with each other. They were brawling on the cell, and Seth tried to escape, and Dean tried to escape, and he was still trying to flail his arms and stuff like that. Like these two were already beating the crap out of each other, and there was no slow moments with Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble in the way. That spot would have felt a little bit more organic. That's just me when it comes down to it. And then, you know, the stretcher spot, you know, Dean Ambrose was going to get out. And then the cell match itself that they had really good match. Possibly great. I thought it was really good. Definitely good in the storyline telling department. I was saying, thank God they're telling a fucking story in this match. They did a good job storytelling to me in this match. And I felt they were going to have a perfect ending. Yeah, sure, Kane ran in. Yeah, sure, the fucking Stooges were out there. That's what I'm going to call them. I know they're not named the Stooges, and they haven't given them a name, but they feel like the Stooges back in '98. Sorry, I'm just going to call them that. And really, to be honest, yeah, even though Rollins had a little bit more help than I liked to, I just liked how this match was going. I really did, and I felt the ending was going to be perfect. You know, I wasn't asking for Dean Ambrose to fucking curb stomp Seth Rollins through the center blocks, but I felt it was a nice addition to have into the match. I was really liking where this was going, and then the fucking ending happened. WWE decided to be cute and fancy with this fucking ending. Way too cute and fancy. Now, here's the thing, people. I get if you like this ending. I truly do. Gave you a little bit of nostalgia. Made you feel like it's gotta be Kane. But for me, this was just stupid. This was just forced. And this made Dean Ambrose look like an idiot. It made Seth Rollins look like an idiot. And it made Bray Wyatt look like a fucking idiot. Like really? Why couldn't you just have it where Dean Ambrose wins this match with the dirty deeds and then afterwards he's celebrating and then have Bray Wyatt come out at the end? I mean, Undertaker has done that how many fucking times after an LSL match? How come Bray Wyatt couldn't do it? That would have been a good way to set up the Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt feud. Not have it where Dean Ambrose, who in his singles run, mind you, has not won a fucking pay-per-view match, and Bray Wyatt, whose character right now is totally fucking lifeless, have it where Bray Wyatt turns off the lights, do this weird humming bullshit crap with the lights and the holograms, and then have it where he comes out and attacks Dean Ambrose. How does this help Bray Wyatt, and how does this help Dean Ambrose? It doesn't. And then you make Seth Rollins look like a super chicken shit, because already you had Kane and the Stooges try to help him out in this match. Now you have it where he also needed Bray Wyatt's help, so you make Seth not look like a dominant heel force. I mean, it's fine for Seth to take a loss here. It is really fine for Seth to take a 1-2-3 clean loss here. He's had signature wins over Dean Ambrose. He beat Dean Ambrose at Money in the Bank to secure the briefcase. He won at SummerSlam against Dean Ambrose. He could have taken a loss here. Dean Ambrose needs a big pay-per-view win for his character to stay on the hot track. You don't need to have it where Bray Wyatt comes out. And I know a lot of people are comparing this to the Kane crap, but really, to be honest, this is totally fucking different. Kane was like announced months in advance that Undertaker had a damn brother named Kane. I know a lot of people just probably watched the DVD footage a bit, but just know if you watch that shit real time, Kane was announced months in advance. You knew Kane existed. You just didn't know when Kane was going to come out. And when Kane did come out, it was like, holy fucking shit, this is awesome. This is the Undertaker's brother Kane. He's bigger than the Undertaker. Like, it wasn't like Bray Wyatt did a promo where he was like hinting, oh, I'm coming after Ambrose months in advance. No, he was just making return big net promos, setting Harper and Rowan free. There was no sign or indication that Bray Wyatt was going to go after Dean Ambrose. And I thought the WWE, they were planning to turn Bray Wyatt babyface. Well, there goes that fucking bullshit. I'm sorry. And not only that, if this were to happen in just, let's just say, a regular match, like if Dean Ambrose was facing Kofi Kingston, fine. I would have no problem with it. But here's the thing. This is a great feud between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, and you end it like that. You end it where you have Bray Wyatt as a decisive factor in this great feud. It's not Dean Ambrose. It's not Seth Rollins. It is Bray Wyatt. Fuck off being too cute and too fancy, and you hurt what was a great match between Ambrose and fucking Rollins. You really did. Seriously, why couldn't you just have a clean finish? I get it, you know, some of you guys like this where, you know, Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt are going to feud and, you know, it sets up the Bray and Dean feud. But like I said, you could have set it up after the match where, you know, Ambrose is celebrating. He got rid of Seth Rollins. The fans are cheering. And then all of a sudden the lights go out and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then Bray Wyatt makes his return. And that's how you end the pay-per-view. That would have been just as fine. It would have worked just as well too. I just felt the WWE went too cute and too fancy and just really, really, really hurt what was a great match to me. In my opinion, I just felt the ending was dumb. I don't know what else to say. I just felt this is not how you end a big-time feud. This is not how you end it. Overall, Hell in a Cell, I felt had a lot of good to great matches on this show. I just didn't really care for it tonight. I'm going to be dead honest here. The entertainment value wasn't really there for me. I felt Cena and Orton really sucked the life out of the show. Like once after Cena and Orton happened, and I was like really pissed off about Cena winning again, and not only that, how Randy Orton lost. That like this show, it was trying to recover, and they were trying their best to recover. And I felt the matches after Cena and Orton didn't do a good job recovering. But I felt Ambrose and Seth, they would make this match, this pay-per-view at least redeemable to kind of watch this match again. But that fucking ending makes me not even want to watch Ambrose and Rollins again. Maybe watch some spots that happened in the match. I will say that. I'll definitely watch some spots again from this match. But this ending did not make me feel like, man, I want to go see this match again. Because, like, the ending pissed me off. And I stated why it pissed me off. And if you guys liked it, that's good. That's your opinion for liking the ending. Just know I hated the fucking ending to this show. And it just fell flat. Just like Hell in a Cell 2014 felt flat to me. This was a flat pay-per-view. If you guys liked it, good for you. I can understand why a lot of people liked it. A lot of good in-ring action here tonight. But for me, this pay-per-view just felt flat. What did you guys think about WWE Hell in a Cell 2014? Comment down below your thoughts to this show. If you guys like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. And make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at ChaseAuber68. I'll see you all next time for my Monday Night Raw review. Hope you guys enjoy your day. And maybe I'll have a longer review with my boy Antoine tomorrow as well. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Peace.